That is more mesmerizing to me than like a kid or a cat.
Well, it was funny that you said that yesterday about even like the TV people that are doing their
Oh yeah,
broadcast,
I stare at
like
their
Al
house.
Roker or Bill Walsh last night. You know, he does his from his den, and then Bill Sharp. It looks like he's over at Stur's funeral home.
Well, I don't know, but I like looking at people's pictures. So I'm like, ooh, who's that in that picture back there? So I'm like, wow, this is really sad. But that's what gives me a jazz. What really makes me laugh though is when people don't realize their camera is on.
Uh huh.
Good stuff. So yeah, I mean, sometimes I'm like, don't even tell them that their camera's still on because they just do things that clearly they wouldn't want people to see them do. But
We were in a meeting today, a conference, and one of the salesperson's kid just came and interrupted and just stood there until and she was
Yeah.
in the middle of a presentation, big boss part of it,
Right.
everything, and she goes, "Excuse me." So I guess that's just it's
well, like
understandable.
remember a
It's the new
year
normal,
ago,
yeah.
that news reporter was in his office and the kid came in, and remember when the mom like ran in and was ducked down and tried to scooch back, and we thought that was so hilarious.
Yeah.
And like now that's
That's the normal.
life. Yeah.
We were watching TV last night, and we were both looking at obviously shows that were recorded before the pandemic,
Yeah.
and then thinking, "Ooh, they just touched their face," or
It's-
"Ooh, they just
yes.
did that," or "Look how close they are together."
Well, even when I was watching that Amy Winehouse thing, they were in a bar, obviously watching her as a concert, and I was like, ooh. I said, there's just stuff passing all over the place. And I thought, wow, that's really the way I think now. So,
Jeez.
yeah,
Yeah, it's the new normal.
that's right.
What else going on? What else going on in your world? Tell me about teachers. Tell me about the world of teachers.
Today is World Autism Awareness Day. So there's that.
Oh,
Today, Reese Witherspoon put out on her social that she is going to she's going to give away some dresses from Draper James. That's her clothing line. So teachers can take a picture. I think you have to upload a picture of your school ID. So teachers, if you
So this is
haven't
for
heard about it
teachers
yet-
only. This is for teachers
Yeah.
only.
Yep.
And who's doing that?
Reese Witherspoon. Yep.
Was her mom a teacher or something?
maybe.
I know there's some connection there.
So there you go. Get on out there and get those Draper James dresses. I mean, I'm not saying every teacher gets one. I'm sure she has a limit, but
And
Could
what
be
is that?
you.
Is that like a stylish thing? I mean, is it?
Yeah, she's got
Would you
beautiful
wear it?
clothes.
Would you wear that? Would you wear it on your head?
yeah.
Is that the style?
Totally.
Right? Are you wearing one of those things on your head right
Listen, ladies, y'all know what's up. We got it. Desperate times. Some people can really rock these and they look amazing. I'm still working on this. I'm trying to do like some hair wisps. I don't know. We're gonna see.
now? Are
What-
you
what's
really
happened
worried?
here?
Are you really worried about not being able to get a haircut for a while?
Yes.
Like how long do you? Because you were scheduled for a haircut when?
2 Fridays ago, and I
Okay.
just told them I was like, I cannot come in. I'm sorry.
So
I
there's
just
a
can't.
chance social distancing could go for another month and a half, 2
Yeah,
months. I mean,
I'm gonna have like literal witch hair. So I just do not know what I'm gonna do.
oh my goodness.
I think at some point I will have to have you trim my hair because I already go like 10 weeks before I get my hair cut and colored. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna look a mess.
Well, let's say hello to some folks. I know
Okay.
Roberta is watching right now.
Hey, Roberta.
Michael Covert, who's a South Carolina House of Representatives candidate. He is listening in Bluffton right now.
Okay, great.
Sam is back with us. And,
Hey, Sam. My birthday month twin.
if you were there, why don't you chat with us too? Studio lines are open at 843-721-1035. That gets you into our studio. We're going to try to talk with Paul from Dominion Energy too in just a few minutes.
Oh no! If you tell me something's going down with the electricity, I'm gonna have a problem.
No. He's going to answer some. There are a lot of questions coming in to him about, and he wants to clear up some myths.
Yeah, that
So,
scared me. I'm doing fine because we have electricity. I think it would be over if I did not. They're like, give me some NyQuil, and I will just continue drinking this until this passes.
Let me text him real quick.
Okay, well, you see, people, this is what happens when you sign up to work with professionals.
Look,
They
hey,
just ignore you.
I'm listening to you.
We have a thing in our family that if Rick is not looking directly in my eyes, he's not responsible for
Oh,
what I
isn't that a
said.
great rule? Isn't that? See,
So-
all right. Do you want to explain how that works, or me?
Well, I mean, I'm sure you'll put a super spin on it, so.
So, if
Can you
she
make these turn on? This is
if
freaking
she
me
if
out.
she is in another room and she says something to me from that room, hang on, I think that this is probably going to be Paul right here. Paul, you there? Is this Paul?
Hey, it's Sam.
Oh, Sam,
Hey,
how's it going,
Sam.
buddy?
Good. How you doing?
Doing good. How's your day going?
My day is so beautiful.
Yay! It is beautiful out there.
Well, Sam, can you
Yes,
call
sir.
us back in just a few minutes, buddy? I'm going to grab this call from
Yeah.
Paul because I know you're watching, and we love you, buddy. So call us back in just a few, all right? I think this might be Paul. Paul, you there?
I am. Hey, Rick, how you doing?
How's it going? This is Paul Fisher from Dominion Energy, and I got an email from him. And my wife is worried that the reason you're calling is because the power's going out. That's not the case, right?
Hi, Jen. No, everything is okay, and
Thank
that's what
you.
I'm here to tell you. We are okay.
Okay.
She said because this is kind of like going through a hurricane, but we do get to keep our power.
That's right.
It
That's
really
right.
it really kind of
and-
is like hurricane coverage.
So, what good news do you
Yeah,
have
what
for us?
tell us about the good news.
Well, you're right. It is kind of like an emergency, and at the power company, we know a lot about contingency plans and preparing for emergencies. Although this is uncharted territory for all of us, the one thing we want customers to know is that reliable power is what we do. It's 24/7. It's now more than ever. So whether it's a weather event or an issue like this pandemic, we want customers to have one less thing to worry about. And we provide power safely and reliable around the clock, and that's not going to stop.
Yay.
But we are getting questions too, guys. Customers are worried about their bills, worried
Yeah.
about using more electricity. So there's a lot going on there too, as well, from the customer's perspective. And we're happy to share some info on that.
Yeah. In fact, what are some of the questions you're getting? I guess people that it's record-breaking job loss. People are scared to death about where that next check is coming from. I know some things have been put in place as far as not having your water, your lights, those type things shut down. Where does Dominion Energy stand in that?
Right. So we are not. We have suspended all disconnections for non-payment. We're also waiving any late payment fees right now, and we put that in place just before the governor's request and the state of emergency in South Carolina. Quite frankly, guys, because it's just the right thing to do.
Yeah.
And we just don't need one more thing to worry about in our homes right now. So customers, they need to understand that they will not be shut off if they're struggling right now with bills, job loss, Rick, like you mentioned.
Yeah.
We will not be turning off their power. The one thing we do try to remind customers of is if you can continue to pay your bill as you normally would, we recommend you do that
Yeah.
only because, you don't want to have a large balance that's difficult to sort of dig your way out of on the backside of this health crisis. So,
Is there any benefit, Paul, to maybe going to that monthly estimated payment that you know what it's going to be, especially if we start entering these warmer months?
Yeah, no, the budget billing, it's a great option for our customers. I have it in my house. We pay the same amount every month.
Yeah.
It is based on usage, and it's gonna come up with a monthly payment, and that's what the customer will pay every month, even though the usage may vary a little bit behind the scenes. And that's a great segue because, we've got chilly mornings here in the Low Country, and then it's 90 degrees on, in the afternoon, or,
Yeah.
temperatures bouncing up and down. And really the key for savings, whether you're on budget billing or whether you're not, the key for savings is kind of keeping an eye on your thermostat, making sure you put that at a setting that is budget friendly. And typically in the colder temps, that's 68, and in the warmer temps, we recommend 78.
And that's also
it really
you got to
yeah, go
make
ahead.
sure
I'm sorry,
your
Jen.
child can't turn the thermostat up or down depending on their needs also. So if you could-
Correct.
yeah.
Smart thermostats are great, where you can do it from your phone and you can kind of lock it down. Those are great as well. But with all the folks working from home, everybody on telecommuting and working, our kids are working from home with schoolwork. Everybody's streaming something. All these electronic devices. we do have some ways to kind of navigate through that. And I think one of the best things to do right now is with those electronic devices, if you can, dig out a power strip that has an on-off button on it and connect as many devices as you can to power strips, laptops, monitors,
Okay.
chargers, all that stuff, because you can turn that off when you go to bed at night. And, because these electronics guys, they stay in sort of a standby mode.
Right.
And they continue to use power even when they're off. But
I did not know
if you
that.
connect them to a power strip, you're gonna be in a whole lot better situation. So that's certainly something that we're talking about with customers when they say, hey, should I worry about my bill going up with everybody in the house? The likelihood is yes, we're using more energy in our homes. So, these any of these ideas or tips are great. If you can cook out on the grill and not have to turn the stove top or the oven on, that's going to help as well.
And that's gonna make my wife happier too, because grilled is generally healthier, and that's really all she's concerned about.
I get that at my house as well.
Yeah.
And if you can do a load of laundry, make sure it's a full load. Go ahead and go around and get that lint trap cleaned out so you can increase the airflow on your dryer. The more the airflow is restricted, the harder that dryer is going to have to work, the more energy it will pull. The same thing goes for your furnace vents. Go ahead and get those changed if you haven't done them in a while. That's going to let your heating and air unit work more efficiently as everybody's in the house. And heating and air is around, approximately, it's about 50% of your bill anyway.
Yeah.
So you're going to want to watch those things as we're all spending all this time in the house.
Well, cool, man. Paul Fisher from Dominion Energy.
Paul.
And if there are any questions about their bills or how to be more energy efficient during this self-quarantine, all of that's at the Dominion website. Is that correct?
Absolutely. Lots of tips there on how to save. So they can reach us there anytime, 24/7. DominionEnergySC.com.
Well, buddy, I appreciate it. Thank you so much for taking a few minutes with us. I know there were a lot of questions, and there's a lot of uncertainty out there, and people just, want to know everything's going to be okay. And I'm glad you guys are you're here. You're in the Low Country. You're a part of the Low Country, and you certainly sympathize with those customers. And I appreciate what you guys are doing for folks that may be in a little bit of trouble. So.
That's right. We're here. We're all in this together, and we'll get stronger as we come out the other side. Thanks so much, Jen. Thanks, Rick.
Thank
All right.
you.
Go wash your hands now and stop touching your face.
Thanks, guys.
See you later.
So, Rickus, I'm surprised you haven't gotten that song that I sang the other day.
Which one?
We're all in this together.
I don't know that I know
It's
that
from
one.
High School Musical, and everyone that is
Oh,
like
well, that's probably the reason.
24 right now will know the song I'm talking about. But I think you should play it because it's, not the whole thing, but the "We're All in This Together" part.
We're all in this together. That's the name of it.
Yeah.
Let me go
And-
see if I'll see if I can find it real quick.
Right. So
I'm sure it's on the
as
YouTube.
Paul was speaking about that thermostat, that reminds me that last week I woke up and I was freezing, and this is just not something that happens to me. And when I got up, I came in and the thermostat was set on like 64.
That was me. That wasn't Bradley. That was me.
What?
Yeah.
No, Bradley told me he did do it.
Oh, he must have been covering for me.
Oh my gosh. And
Let
I
me
was
tell
like,
you what,
Are
let me-
joking?
No, let me
It is Arctic in here.
Yeah, let me tell you why. Because all the computers that are in here get this room hot.
Well, again,
And I
Paul's
needed to
just
turn it
told
down.
you a way to fix that because that's way too cold.
Hang on.
No, don't play the whole thing. Please turn that down. I'm dying.
Was that it?
Oh my gosh, please yeah,
That was it right there?
that is, but you're not even playing the best part. And please turn this down. Y'all are seeing me turn into a witch
Oh, here
right
we
now.
go. Here we go. She's not used to all this noise.
It's too loud.
Hello, are you there? What's going on, Sam?
Thank you, Sam. Thank you. See, Sam is my guy. Do you remember that song, We're All in This Together? All in this together. What comes next? Where we are, something? I don't know. I'll listen to it later. But thank you, Sam, for supporting me in that. Yep, they're the best. We got to say thanks to them, that's for sure.
All right, Sam. Thank you, buddy. Thank you for calling.
Have a good day, Sam.
843-721-1035 gets you into our Facebook Live here. Let me see if this is less loud.
Turn
There's
this
that
down.
less loud right there.
No,
Can you still hear that?
I'm turning it. I cannot. You're literally killing it.
There we go. All right, I see it now. I see what I have to do now. Yeah, there we go.
You see, that's Zac Efron back in the day.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
Is that what you wanted?
Yeah. But you need, and Vanessa Hudgens, but you got to get to the chorus where they sing "We're All in This Together."
Well, you just sprung this on me.
Well, I didn't tell you to do
Hang
it
on, hang
now. Here we go. A little bit back. Yes.
Yeah.
Isn't that inspirational?
It is. That's real good. I hate
Together, everyone. Yep.
I missed my High School Musical. I hate I did
just
that.
wait. People are going to want to be playing that song now.
The Russes are saying hello. Brandon
Hi,
is saying
Russes.
hello.
The
Treva,
Russes.
your cousin Treva
Yep,
said
Treva.
she's more worried about her dog's hair than her hair.
Oh, well, that's why we don't have a dog.
Yeah, that's right. Sam, just talk with Sam. Jim Woods, who is with the Charleston County Sheriff's Office. He said he would be happy to cut my hair for free.
That's nice.
No. I'll just wear a hat. I'm not concerned about it. Oh, remember Emily Lane?
Yes. Hi, Emily and Will. We have a lot to be thankful for the Lanes. That's
Yes,
for sure.
we do. Yes, we do.
Love those friends.
How are you guys doing? And Treva, her thermostat is on 63 during the day, 59 at night. She's living in an igloo.
Well, she lives in Michigan. It's already cold there, so it's probably,
So she's used to it then, I guess.
I guess. I mean, there have been times where I've not turned the heat on, and when I've woken up, it's been 58, and I was like, oh, dang. So, yeah.
What's the longest you believe that you have gone without touching your face?
Oh,
Are you thinking about it?
I think about it every time, but it's like immediately when I start thinking about it, like, oh, have I touched my face? Then my face starts itching again. So,
and
I don't know.
Every time you touch your face, do you go wash your hands?
Yes.
You're a slave to this whole. You're.
I'm not a slave to it. I'm just doing what I'm supposed to be doing.
Yeah, but you if there was an example of how social distancing and self quarantining was to be done, it's like you're just right from the CDC. It's been, and I
Dr.
appreciate. Look,
Fauci.
I appreciate it because I would forget to do all that.
I mean, honestly, I'm scared to let you out of the house. Like, you know, the other day when you're like, oh, we're going to go pick up some, I was like, oh, no. So then, yeah. But never fear, he has hand sanitizer in his car.
Yep.
There's hand sanitizer at the front door, and everyone in this house has to go right to the sink and wash their hands with soap when they come in. But
And I haven't left the house. Oh, Runette says, hey, Jen, I'm
Hi,
so glad you made
Runette.
Rick play that. I was singing it too. Rick Rushton, hey, Rick and Jen from Rick Rushton. And
isn't
Jim.
that funny? We have a Rick Rush and Rick Rushton.
And we know each other too.
Yep.
Jim, why don't you just call 843-721-1035 and get all your crap out of the way? That also counted too many squirrels in your yard to keep you from being in violation. I ran some off. Okay.
Thank you.
All right, then. I wonder how the sheriff is doing over there, self-quarantine. I wonder if he's over just at the prison self-quarantining.
Doubt it.
He's running for sheriff again this year. He's been more public than I've seen him in a while.
That, I know it's going to surprise you, but that's a topic I have no words for. I have nothing to say on that topic. So, next. You got me for like 3 more minutes. So.
Yeah, because you've got that Zoom thing to do.
And another one.
Have you been invited to any sort of Zoom cocktail hour? We're having one with our office
Yes, I've been
tomorrow.
to 2.
And what do you do in a Zoom
You
cocktail
just see
hour?
your friends and chat. Because, I mean, we're doing all the Zoom meetings for work. But by the time you're finished doing those, you don't think like, hey, I want to round up all my friends. So my friend Carson told me there's another app, and I can't remember the name. It's like House Party or something like that. And she said that's fun, but I don't know. But my friend Carson is super social. So it's like those memes where it's like, check on your extroverted friends. We're not okay.
Mm-hmm.
That's Carson. They got a big picture of her on that meme. So she's
See,
the one that got me to do it.
Yeah, see, I love this. I mean, I don't like not being able to go to a restaurant. I don't like some of the things that lack of a better word, freedoms, some of our freedoms being taken away. But if I were allowed to sit in the house all day and just work and never have to deal with people, like this is
Now I
this
am
is an
wondering,
introvert's dream.
like, what is fashion going to be like when we come out of this? Because right now I can't imagine ever putting on like real pants again. So I'm just thinking.
Or pants at all. Don't make me stand up.
Yeah. True.
They wouldn't be able to see it on that. It's not zoomed in.
Ba-dum-bum.
One of the things is dads getting makeovers from their daughters. Have you seen any of that?
No.
Yeah, that is starting to trend. Dads doing dances because
I saw
they can't
that
go to
like
ballet
state
or
trooper
whatever.
that
Yeah.
did the dance. That was so cute. And then even a while ago, I saw these dads that this was before we all came inside, where the dads had memorized the cheer routine and they did it. So that was
yeah.
pretty cute. Mm-hmm.
I'm seeing a lot of people, and we mentioned this yesterday, but it's happening more and more now. The applause for the healthcare workers when they're changing shifts.
Really awesome.
It's amazing what those guys are up against. I talked to a guy yesterday that called the show, and I said, just hey, what you doing, man? And he said, I just left training to become an EMT. And I said, is it just a career change? He goes, yeah. He goes, I wanted to be able to help. And it reminded me of all the people after 9/11 that joined the military.
Yeah.
Like being on the front lines of this war is healthcare. And people are trying to find ways to give back and help the country. So that's
we
pretty
appreciate
strong.
you. That's right.
They probably wouldn't let you do that with that thing on your head, though.
Probably not.
I mean,
I don't know. I think I'm kind of rocking it. I have to say,
I should put up a poll.
growing on me.
I should put up a poll.
I
Oh,
don't
Jennifer
think-
Ray says.
I don't think you should put up a poll because if people are like, "Oh, Jen," that would hurt my feelings. So I'm not going to be one of those people that mean things doesn't hurt my feelings. That will. So y'all just smile at me and go, "Oh, Jen, you don't
Hang
need
on,
to
create a
poll."
poll. Let's see.
Rickus, I
Poll
just said
question. How do you
no. Rickus,
feel
I really don't
about
want you to do that.
this scarf?
Okay. Goodbye.
No, don't leave. Don't leave.
I have to leave.
Scarf
I have a meeting.
on her head. Create.
I don't know that I'm going to do this show with you anymore
You
because you're
have to,
being
though.
very
You-
disrespectful.
You have to. Oh, she called. She really did have a Zoom meeting. Her Zoom meeting starts in 2 minutes. That was the thing. She didn't leave me because we're getting divorced because we're in a covenant. I keep reminding her. That sorry, this is your bad luck. You married you married me now, and because of your dedication to the Lord, you're not allowed to leave me ever. So sorry, you're in a covenant. All right, I got to hop back on the air in just a few minutes. Thanks to Paul who called in. We're going to work on making this into a podcast too, so you can share it on the iHeartRadio app. I did want to mention a couple of things. If you are a country fan, the new Sam Hunt album drops tomorrow, and right now we're doing, if you download the iHeartRadio app, which is a free download, you can you get all access for 2 weeks. You don't have to put a credit card in. You don't have to do any of that other stuff. It's free and clear right now to get all access on the iHeartRadio app. And if for no other reason you do it, that you get to listen to that new Sam Hunt album that is dropping tomorrow, then you should definitely do that. If you had tickets already to the Carolina Country Music Festival in Myrtle Beach, that has been moved to September, and they're not giving refunds. You can probably get a refund on your hotel or whatever, but they're not going to give money back refunds. They are suggesting that you sell the tickets yourself, the wristbands yourself, or they will be good in June or in September, even though it's been rescheduled from June. The other big thing affecting country music is in Nashville. They have canceled the Fan Fest, the CMA Music Fest week, 7 days of everybody just being in Nashville. So that has been canceled as well. And I think that is about it. You can join us each weekday right here at 3:20. We'll get the podcast up shortly after that. Search for that on the iHeartRadio app or at WEZL.com. And then you can join me each weeknight at 10 on Bill Walsh's Facebook Live. And that'll happen again tonight. We'll take calls as well. So thank you guys for hanging out with us. We appreciate it. Stay safe. wash your face. Wash your hands and stop touching your face. Goodbye.